There seems to be an endless supply of weird and unique fruits from all parts of the globe. On this episode, we'll take a look at the top 10 fruits you've never heard of. Part 4. Number 10. Sapodilla. Sapodilla, or Chikoo as it's known on the Indian subcontinent, is a fruit that is commercially grown for making chewing gum. This Central American fruit is brown on the outside and orange on the inside. The flesh looks like a cantaloupe on the inside, but don't be fooled, it tastes nothing like one. The Sapodilla tastes sweet, but almost with a savory note to it. The taste is quite good when you bite into it, but then becomes overbearing with the taste of a very earthy flavored fruit. The more you eat it, the more it becomes powdery and dries out your mouth. Possibly a fruit best fit for the blender versus eating raw. The Sapodilla is a very healthy fruit that should be consumed. It is known for reducing the level of infections as well as a remedy for hemorrhoids and diarrhea. This fruit is high in vitamin A, vitamin C, as well as fiber, copper, and potassium. If you're feeling stressed out, reach for a Sapodilla. They are a natural sedative. Number 9. Durian. This iconic spiky fruit grows on a tree that can be as tall as a 15-story building. It is known as the king of fruits. Durian has been known to increase libido and is considered a warming food. After eating one may feel their body temperature rise slightly, like it's being wrapped in a warm blanket. Durian is a rich source of folic acid, folate, iron, manganese, and copper. The size of the fruit can range from a small melon size to watermelon size, weighing around 2 to 7 pounds or 1 to 3 kilograms. Is considered to be the worst smelling fruit on earth. The smell can only be described as rotten eggs plus wet, sweaty socks. The taste of durian is interesting as the smell doesn't match the taste, but is present when you're eating it. The outer pod shell is thin but rough. On the inside has a pasty, soft, and stringy texture. The creamy inside is rich and sweet and tastes like a sweet, cheesy custard with a hint of tropical freshness. Now just imagine eating that with some sweaty gym socks around and you've got durian. Number 8. Tamamoro. The tree tomato, or Tamamoro, is a brightly colored fruit that can be yellow, orange, or red. This fruit is native to Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Chile, and Bolivia. Tamamoro grows on a tree that measures 16 feet or 5 meters tall and produces a fruit 4 years after being planted. It tastes sour and pungent and leaves you with dry mouth. The flavor is strong and not particularly good, which is why it's recommended to consume it blended with lemon and apple. The closer you get to the center of the fruit, the less pungent the flavor gets. The seeds and pulp parts taste sweet like a long-lost cousin of passion fruit. If you separate the seed and pulp from the melon part tastes better on its own. The texture is very much like a cantaloupe and tastes like one with a sour kick. The sourness comes from the peel or the rind of the fruit. The hard peel is not only sour but also very bitter, making one highly regret biting directly into this fruit. Scoop the flesh out and leave the peel and seeds for the best tasting experience. Number 7. Prickly pear. The cactus pear, or prickly pear, is a fruit that grows right off the pad of a cactus. This is not to be confused with the cactus apple, which is a different fruit altogether. Prickly pears grow in areas with desert conditions and thrive in lower, warmer elevations. It can be very difficult to pick them, so use tongs to avoid spine pricks. They can also be harvested with a knife. Often more experienced people who harvest these will bring a blowtorch to burn off the whiskers off the fruit. The sharpest parts are on the cactus themselves, but the fruit themselves do have little whiskers that can be very sharp when eaten. They can be found in the United States, Mexico, South America, Africa, Australia, and the Mediterranean. Prickly pears are high in nutrients and fiber, which has shown positive health benefits such as boosted immune system and stronger bones and teeth. They're also good for digestive and heart health and preventative against cancer. The prickly pear tastes sweet, but not overly sweet. It has a mushy texture with plenty of very hard seeds. Don't swallow these seeds as they aren't easy on the digestion. It is more common for this fruit to be juiced than eaten raw as it gets rid of the seeds and concentrates the mild flavor of the prickly pear. Number 6. White currant. These small berries are native to Europe and grow on a bush that is as tall as a person. They're commonly known as white currant or Swedish berry. These berries grow in clusters on various parts of the bush, which always show up during the summer months. They taste different than red or black currants, most notably that they are sweeter. There are different varieties of white currants, including one that is a light pink color. They are high in fiber, vitamins B, C, E, and K, as well as calcium, iron, manganese, phosphorus, and potassium. These delicious little berries have a firm protective outer layer that is full of pulp and juice on the inside. The flavor is not all that complex. They are very, very sweet with a tart flavor. Their flavor is so strong that they can be added to any dish that needs sweetness and do the job with with just a few berries. Number 5. Hami Melon. This melon, also referred as Chinese Hami Melon or snow melon, comes from the Hami region of northern China. This delicious melon was given to Qing emperors for centuries by the people of the Hami region. The Hami melon is typically 1.5 to 2 times larger than a cantaloupe, but can be as big as a watermelon. They're yellow on the outside with a unique netting pattern. The inside is orange and fleshy like a cantaloupe, but with one main difference: the crunch. Hami melons aren't super soft, they have a crisp snap to their bite, which may surprise someone having it for the first time. They are sweet and delicious and have a very unique flavor of their own. They're an exceptional addition to a smoothie, as their flavor synergizes very well with other fruits. The Hami melon is available during spring and summer months and is commonly added to many Chinese dishes. Number 4. Thai banana. Now you might be wondering, why is a banana on this list? Well, the Thai banana is no ordinary banana. This banana is so exceptional that it earned its own spot on this list. Thai bananas, as you may have guessed, come from Thailand and are easily identified by their shape. They are short, fat bananas that almost look like baby bananas, but with a larger circumference. The taste of these bananas is really hard to put into words, but if you start with the taste of a normal grocery store Cavendish banana, add a lot more sweetness, and then add in some very unique tropical flavors, you've got the Thai banana. It's almost like it's got hints of mango, coconut, and passion fruit in there, but not just in the taste, but in the smell as well. The texture is very starchy and dense. After eating these bananas, you'll feel very satisfied and full quickly. This dense texture makes them a very welcome addition to a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Sometimes these bananas can be found with a very unique characteristic. The inside core of the banana is tinted slightly red. These red tinted bananas usually have very strong tropical flavors, which taste even better. This is not to be confused with red bananas though, which are bananas with red peels. There's almost no information online about the Thai banana, but it's safe to say that their sugar content is well higher than the average banana. Number 3. Loquat. This unique little fruit is native to South Central China. It's commonly found in Japan, Korea, and some parts of India and Pakistan. So if you're from one of these countries, then you've probably heard of this fruit before. The loquat tastes very refreshing. It's incredibly juicy with a nice light citrus note. It almost tastes like a mild lemon and a watermelon mixed together. This is a great fruit for a hot summer day. It's juicy, cleansing, bright, and very tasty. The texture of the loquat is very much like an apricot on the inside and out. Interestingly enough, this fruit, while sweet and delicious, can be very acidic. Loquats consumed by society are grown above 3,300 feet or 1,000 meters above sea level in highland regions. These loquats will produce juicy sweet fruit, where loquats grown below this altitude will be very acidic and inedible. Number 2. Palmyra Fruit. This small round fruit grows on the Palmyra palm. The fruit can vary in size from half the size of your hand to a full hand size. They grow in clusters and are covered in a black skin followed by a white husk. Once the top of the fruit is cut off, 3 pods are revealed. These jelly pods are clear like a lychee, longan, or langsat, have no pit, and have a much milder taste to them. It can be described as tasting like coconut water, but in jelly form. Locals who harvest this fruit have a huge curved blade to chop into the fruit and carve around them to reveal the pods. Once the pods are removed from the husk, a spoon is used to carefully peel away the pits still attached to reveal only the jelly-like fruit. The fibrous outer layer can be eaten raw, boiled, and roasted as well. The Bengali people of Bangladesh and West Bengal have perfected the art of cooking with these fruits. So if you want a real homegrown dish with the Palmyra fruit, you're going to head over to that region of the world. Number 1. Achacha. This humble-looking fruit is related to the mangosteen. They are traditionally grown in the southern part of the Amazon basin in the central part of Bolivia, but have recently been planted on a commercial scale in Burdekin, Australia. Full grown, they are the size of a small pear and contain a firm shell that can be opened with your teeth. They taste like a mangosteen with a very floral aftertaste. They can be a little bit bitter and a little reminiscent of lemonade. There's also a slight amount of tart flavor to it. The flavor is very complex to say the least. The tanginess comes from the fact that the Achacha fruit has less than half the sugar content of a mangosteen. The jelly-like flesh is full of liquid, which is quite similar to a mangosteen, except that it is more firm and doesn't peel off into wedges. The flesh is very much hard strung to the seeds, which can be quite large. If you ever had the chance to try one of these, don't hesitate. The flavor is like nothing else.